Welcome everybody, it's Chute here, and once again, I hope you guys are all having a great weekend here. We're going to get ourselves a little Platinum League superheroes. No, I'm just kidding, I haven't named this actually, but we do have 2 Platinum players. So, we have made clear early in the game here, Terran is OP, and Farragging Terrans are dominating, and Korean Terrans are dominating. And only Korean Toss and Zergs can beat them. Or the top 4 and 5 players on Earth. So there you guys go. If you want a team that you can win all the time with, you gotta be Terran. Let's get these boys introduced. We are on Polar Nights, one of the prettier maps. In the lower middle portion of the map here, we do have Littlesheep playing as the red Protoss. And in the upper middle portion of the map here, we are going to have 2L, 2W, Lawless. And these guys are continuing to discuss how OP Terran is. If that is the case, Lawless, you should have this game under wraps, my good man. Unless, of course, this is one of the top 4 or 5 players in the world, and he happens to be Platinum. Or from Korea, apparently. So here we go. Let's get this baby going with the good old production tab here, as we do have a barracks going down here and a gateway. And of course the gas is going to go down for Terran nice and early here. Are we going to get a little bit of a Reaper rush? We're only at the 2-minute mark here. Will be fairly interesting here. We'll soon find out here. Name on the foreign. Do they know how to spell foreign, or they always click the G wrong? That is twice I've seen the word foreign. Finally, the 3rd time is a charm here between the two. They have managed to spell the word foreign correctly. Very well done there. And Korean Terran is the best. There you go. All Terran is good, but Korean ones is the best there. That is just natural. That is their sport. I will say that much here. We do have that early gas with 3 going off right off the bat here. Of course, it is Reapers as expected. So Reapers will be heading themselves down there once he gets them all built out here. In the meantime, there it looks like it is finally scout time for Littlesheep. Littlesheep's going to bat his way across the map here as he heads over to the upper middle portion of the map. It is the same spawning point on this map all the time, so not very hard to find out where your opponent is here. And it does look like we are going to drop some mules down, as we do have the orbital command out for Lawless, so very well done there. And this first Reaper will finish up pretty quick here. What the hell? Alright, fair enough. I don't know if we're going to get some proxy cheese, or if you just wanted to move this guy out into the middle butt fuck nowhere. I'm not entirely sure, but either way, we do have a probe that is going to stand outside the base in butt fuck nowhere. And it does look like it is a proxy. Very interesting location of a proxy. Like I said, these guys are Platinum, so they're fairly high-end. Not entirely sure why we're landing the proxy down there, but either way, I mean, it is on the lower ground, so it is definitely a unique location. I'm trying to come up with a logical explanation of why you put it right beside your base in the middle of nowhere, but either way, and wouldn't put it down here, maybe so you can expand. But I do know that we have a Reaper up here. Reaper is trying to do some attacking here. I was just unable to find him for a second there. So he's going to get a kill there. So very well done there. We are at 2 kills, 3 kills. And finally the Stalker gets out. That will easily fend this off and just needs 1 more shot. But the Reaper will disappear and start to regen that health by himself. In the meantime there, it does look like we have ourselves out a total of just the 1 Reaper. So it was just a 1 Reaper harass. Never want to overextend yourself on a Reaper harass, especially since it doesn't work a lot of the times there. So, you know, especially if your opponent, you get into his base, you can see he's got a decent build going there. Probably not worth overextending your army for there. We're also going to get a missile turret in the base here, as well as the ground level 1 weapons there. I'm going to get the second gas down, going to get the second barracks down, and get the good old command center down so we can get that going here. So it was a hidden Twilight Council. Okay. Actually, that does make kind of sense. I will give you that much here. So that would be a reason I will justify. Alright, if you're trying to hide the Twilight Council, it's not a bad move. It's just not a common move, I will say that. So very interesting. I actually like to see the creativity here. So he does have a hidden Twilight Council. So basically going to keep the hidden the fact that he might have some early Zealot legs, might have an early Darky, might even have some early Blink Stalker, which is what he's getting in this case, obviously. But that is a very interesting build. I'm actually very curious. Littlesheep, you have my attention, my good man. You are the most creative Protoss player I've seen in a little while here. So far, anyways. Creativity in the way that you don't do what everybody else does. You have fairly interesting type ideas here. I haven't seen the hidden Twilight Council before. We are sending the other Reaper back in there. They're the same Reaper, I guess. Finally goes down to the Stalkers there. But he did himself a fairly decent job. If we take a look here, we do see he did get 5 worker kills, so definitely paid for himself, so very well done there. And in the meantime there, we are going to plant down another proxy. So he's got a few proxies, a couple proxies on the map so far here. But Mothership Core and a few stalkers are going to move across the map. They're going to try and put a little bit of pressure on their opponent. Opponent could be ready here. He's got enough Marines out there. With these 6 Marines, is building more Marines at the same time here, especially out of the reactor. One out of the reactor. There's 2. Okay. And he also has a Marauder coming out as well. And we are going to warp in some more stalkers. This might be a lot of pressure now that he's got that warp in his stalkers. Finally getting the bunker on the lower ground as he is going to fly that command center down here fairly quickly. In the meantime there, it does look like Lawless, our Littlesheep, is going to accumulate at the bottom of the base. He asks his opponent if he's ready. This is one of the nicest guys. Hides his Twilight Council. Asks his opponent when he's ready here. And he's got the blink ready. Of course, we know what's going to happen. Very interesting early build. I like to see the early blink stalkers. Very effective. Especially against Terran, because you know Terran's going to be walled off all the time. And he's got the blink up there. He's trying to go to work. That is a lot of Marines. Even send the SCVs out on the front line here, trying to get as much over there as he can. More stalkers on the low ground here. Does look like he is going to fend that off, so very well done there. Very good job. But at the same time there, we do have some more warping in. This is big trouble. This is a lot of freaking stalkers to deal with. We have 9 stalkers altogether. They're going to get rid of that bunker. They're going to get rid of the SCV. His opponent's quit moving. I think his opponent realizes what's happening here. There's the scan there. So he is going to continue to get some shots off here. Mothership Core with the time warp. Does look like the blink's going to happen. He's going to start to finish this off here. I don't think the opponent can fend this off. He has 2 Marauders and 3 Marines on the map here. But it does look like we're not quite ready to finish off yet. Probably want 1 more warp in. There we go. A few more down there. So we now have 12 of them ready to go. I have to imagine they're going to blink up there fairly quickly here. And there's the blink. Now we're going to go to work here. Start massacring the rest of these Marines. Obviously focus those Marauders as well here. And he is going to try and kill off this barracks, which is trying to finish here. So we'll go to work here. Don't think his opponent has enough, but he might. We'll soon find out. It could be Littlesheep's game. Littlesheep's backing off a little bit, trying to micro. Doesn't want to overextend himself. Doesn't want to lose all these stalkers. Does get a few more SCV kills, so very well done there. And we'll wait till he masses a little bit more. As you can see, he has warped in some more here. So really controlling this game. I don't know what his opponent can do. Either maybe build some bunkers in here or do something. But at the same time there, he's in big trouble. He's baffled, as you can see. All new maps. Doesn't know what to do. So all new maps means baffled, I guess. I don't know what baffled means, to be honest with you. Probably a mistype of some form there, and it does look like the SCVs are going to try and get in there, trying to do a little bit of damage anyways there. Blinks a few down the lower ground there. We'll get a bunch more SCV kills, a bunch more Marine kills. We'll finish off those Marines. Does have a Marauder left up there, but at the same time there, we only have 1 Marauder, 4 Marines, and probably going to get another couple warpins. Keeping his opponent at bay there. He's getting a lot of SCV kills, which is where he's doing really well here. If you take a look, he has 18 altogether, really hurting his opponent on the mining there. And Bling Stalker Hever. Holy, that is terrible spelling, my good man. I'm going to assume you were pretty drunk, but it is also hard to micro and try and type sentences at the same time, because you must put that sentence in there while you're trying to defend yourself. There you go. So we are going to pretty much have the end of this game, I would have to imagine. Unless he's got a plan, maybe to load those up, go for a base race. Not entirely sure what his best maneuver here would be, but we'll soon find out here. We are going to get the blink up there. They're going to go to work here one more time here. Stim does go up there, focuses down the Marauder, focuses down the medevac, and now we'll finish off the rest of those Marines. And that looks to be the end over here, as I can't picture him fending this off now. I don't even want to try and read this. I know what he's trying to write there, but this is too poor a spelling, my good man. So I will give you my condolences, Lawless. My congrats to you, Littlesheep. And just remember, if it don't you haven't had your breakfast yet. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.